Hey guys, it's Courtney and Seth here today, and today we are in our studio. Haven't done one of these videos in a while, but today we are doing a viewer Q&A. We've received lots of questions from you guys, so if you'd like to join us, let's go. Alright guys, so what we're going to do today is I have compiled the list of questions that we received from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and email. Some of these are anonymous. People just said they didn't want their name to be out there, so just keep that in mind. We do take your privacy seriously, of course, and some we have, of course, from viewers who left comments or sent us a message on our Instagram story and they responded to the question and answer prompt. So I have a hat, one of Seth's hats here, and we have a total of only 10 questions today. If you guys want, we can definitely do a part 2. Go ahead and be thinking about your questions today and leave them in the comments for us for a future video. But we have some papers in here that are labeled 1 through 10. I have seen the questions, but Seth has not yet, just because I had to compile them. So this will help us just bounce around from the questions and keep us on our toes a bit on which question is going to come up next. So I guess we'll let Seth go first, and we'll start with the first question. All right, so go ahead and draw one. See. And what number did you get?
Number 2.
Okay, so let's see. We'll go back on my list here. So the question reads from Anonymous: how did you decide to start a YouTube channel? I'm thinking of starting one, but I can't decide on what to make videos about. I feel like the videos I want to make, like theme park videos, are oversaturated online. Would you recommend even trying to start a channel right now? Thoughts?
Well, so how do you decide? So, I mean, I think first and foremost, it's like something that you enjoy. Mm-hmm. So make content about something that you like, no matter what it is, because you want to have fun and not hate it. So if theme parks is what you like, I mean, I understand that, you know, most content has a lot of creators that cover the same things or talk about the same things. Mm-hmm. But don't let that discourage you, I suppose, from like just trying to have fun and do what you want. You never know how it may turn out.
Yeah, and I completely agree, because we have friends, as you guys know, like Just Out and About, Butch from Crazy Pop, all those people. We have a list a mile long we go on about, but we all cover generally the same things, and we all have a different viewpoint and perspective, and I think that is what you guys or viewers enjoy, because you don't have to just stick to one content creator. You can bounce around and see multiple viewpoints and multiple opinions, maybe about the same event, restaurant, whatever it may be. So yeah, I would definitely say just go ahead and go for it. If it sticks, great. If it's something you decide you don't want to do, that's fine too. You can commit as much time and effort as you want to it and enjoy it. Like Seth said, that's the whole point. We started, like, our channel was to get out of the house, do more things together, and cover it in our own way, because we figured we had a unique perspective on some things.
All right, so Courtney's going to go with our second question.
Okay, so question number 4. So this question is from Jenna, and she asks, where are you originally from? She is from Hartville, South Carolina. So if you guys have been with us a long time, you'll know that we are from Mount Airy, North Carolina, also known as Mayberry. So that is where we grew up, and that is where we currently reside. We do cover Mayberry content sometimes, you know, as we can. We try to savor it a bit because we do live here. We don't want to, I guess, run that well dry too soon, you know. But that is where we reside, and we are probably, for reference about where we're at, we're about an hour 45 minutes from Carowinds, which is in the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and we are just a few short minutes from the Virginia, North Carolina line. So that's kind of where Mount Airy resides in North Carolina. All right, so that one was short and sweet. On to the next.
All right, we've got Number 10.
Number 10. So that would be the last one. Okay, so this question comes from Lakin, and she asks, how did you and Seth meet, and how long have you been together?
Well, we met pretty much online by becoming friends on Facebook.
That ages us.
Just
a little bit.
Yeah. So we just started talking and became friends that way. And we've been together since we started dating, and that was
2011.
about 14 years ago.
Yes, about 14 years ago, and we got married in 2017. So what is the math on that? Why am I drawing a blank?
We dated 6 years.
Yep, 6 years, and we got married when I was 20, so I will be 28 this year, so 8 years this year. But funny story, Seth and I did not go to the same high school. We actually went to rival high schools, so meeting online was just a funny coincidence. We just as easily could have met in person. That's just the way that it happened. But yeah, we've been together ever since. We got engaged when I got done with high school. Seth's a couple years older than me, if you guys didn't know that. He's about 3 years older than I am. And yeah, the rest is history. Here we are, 8 years later.
Yeah. All right, so Courtney gets the next one.
Okay, so I got question number 1. So question number 1 is from Josh, and he asks, when was your first trip to Universal, and have you ever been to Disney or SeaWorld? So our first trip to Universal was actually for my senior trip from high school, and that was in 2015. So I really do not remember how we decided to go. I think it was you who brought it to my attention, and that you had kind of just been researching destinations, places we could go, and Universal just happened to pop up.
Yeah, like I knew that the Harry Potter parks were pretty new at that time.
Yeah, Diagon Alley was a year old.
Yeah, and we love Harry Potter, so I just thought like I always wanted to go there ever since I kind of heard about it, but like we didn't really know anything else about Universal or Islands of Adventure.
Nothing.
I was just like looking at things on their website. That was like before I even thought about watching videos about it on YouTube.
Yeah, we weren't there yet.
I was just go looking on their website and thought it would be fun.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. And it look at what it turned into.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
We are, of course, pass holders now, have been for years now, and we enjoy it quite a bit. But it is funny, that a lot of pass holders you meet, it's a family tradition, and their families have gone, or they went when they were kids, and that just wasn't the case for me or Seth when we were kids. But to segue into the Disney question, yes, I had went to Disney as a kid. I cannot remember how old I was, and if I can find any photos of that trip, I will put them up now. But I can't really remember much about that trip, other than I feel like I can remember looking back at the photos, so that's not really a memory. But we have never been to SeaWorld, but we did go back to Disney for our honeymoon in 2017, and that was Seth's first visit to Disney. And really, it was kind of mine too, again, because I didn't really remember much, and seeing it as an adult is a bit different, but we just strongly prefer Universal, just on an experience basis. We've found that Universal is a little bit more our speed, and we don't have anything, against Disney or SeaWorld. It's not really our thing, but we do need to go to SeaWorld. We've had plenty of friends, blogger friends, tell us how fun it is and how they've got a lot of like good coasters and rides and events too. I know they do similar events to like Carowinds and Universal. They'll do seasonal type events, and we've heard great things about it. Okay, so on to the next question.
6.
Okay, so question number 6 is from Shannon, and she asked, do you have a travel bucket list?
Yes. So we typically have spent most of our vacations going to Universal.
Yeah.
We go to Orlando and we go to Universal while we're there. But I do have some other things that I want to go see. I would like to go back to Disney World just because they've added a whole bunch of things since we went last. But aside from like theme parks or amusement parks, I do want to go like to the Rocky Mountains out west, and I do want to go to Europe. There's a few different countries I would love to go see over there and spend a few weeks or multiple trips if we could ever manage it. But yeah, that's pretty much my traveling bucket list.
Yeah, and I'm super bad at, I guess, even branching out, with where we go. So I kind of take your lead on that. But I would honestly probably like to visit some more theme parks and kind of make that more of like a challenge, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
I know people, they'll try and visit multiple theme parks, maybe in multiple different states, and even smaller ones, just to see what's out there and get a good gauge of the coasters and things, and you kind of chase that, like see what's next and if it's bigger and better. But otherwise, I would definitely like to visit some more tropical places. I have a love for like that sort of setting, that beach setting, and I would probably like to visit some sort of destination spa. So if you guys know of anything out there where we can just be pampered for a couple of days straight, that's right up my alley. But in terms of actually researching and knowing of anything, I'm just following your lead on that one.
All right, number next.
Okay, so I got question number 9. So this question, again, comes from Anonymous. They asked, I saw you guys once at Carowinds, but you were filming. If I see you again this year, can I come up and say hi? The answer is, of course. We love it when people come up and say hello to us, and, tell us like, hey, I've seen you on YouTube or TikTok or whatever. We absolutely love that. We enjoy that, and we love talking to you guys. And you may just happen to get one of our channel buttons. We typically try to carry those around with us, so if one of you guys does come up and stop us, we can give you a little souvenir. Even if we're filming, of course, maybe let us do our thing and stop, unless you want to be in the video, cool, that's cool too. But yeah, you can always come up to us, guys. Please do not be afraid. I mean, I don't think we're that intimidating.
No, but yeah, when it does happen, it makes my day. So,
oh yeah,
like, it reminds me of like kind of one of the reasons that we do it. So
yeah, for the viewers,
it's just nice to sort of like make a friend or say hey to someone that actually like sat down and watched our video, because that's still like crazy to me to think.
Know who's on the other side of the camera. Okay, let's keep going.
Number 5.
So this question comes from Chris. He asked, what was your first haunted house or Halloween event? I enjoy watching the Halloween events.
I want to say my first like haunted house like experience was like the county fair thing that comes to our county like once a year. It's like any other town that has one.
Yeah.
It was like some small. I was probably like 6 or 8 years old or something. So I don't really remember it, but I do remember being terrified. And so after that, I was just deathly afraid of doing any kind of haunted house, or like even when I was in like middle school or high school, I had friends that would go to Carowinds and they would like want me to go, but I was too afraid to even do that. So like it wasn't really until we started this channel that we started going so much, and then once we started going and did like Carowinds.
No, I think our first haunt event together was HHN.
Oh yeah.
We went all in, not really knowing what to expect.
Yeah. But yeah, once it's addicting. So like once I was always like afraid to do it, but yeah, once you start, you love getting scared. So yeah.
Yeah, it's that for me was probably my first haunt experience. I don't think I really ever done anything on a smaller scale like that as a kid, but I grew up in a family that loves horror. So I mean, I grew up watching like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like, and all different types of horror movies. My parents would have Ghost Hunters on like 24/7, like, so I understood what the horror genre was about. I never really had, I guess, an opportunity to do anything like a Halloween or a haunt event where you actually get to experience it. But yeah, HHN would have been our first, if I'm remembering correctly, and it was awesome. We were kicking ourselves for not trying something like that sooner.
All right, your turn.
Okay, so I got question number 8. So this question is from D, and they ask, would you guys ever consider making more lifestyle videos about your day-to-day life? Honestly, I had a hard time coming up with a question because you guys are a bit mysterious when it comes to your personal life. We don't mean to be. I guess if the need was ever there and we had enough interest, I guess we could. I will just say that it would be difficult probably because we are pretty boring people when it comes to our day-to-day. Yeah, we are pretty boring creatures of habit. So I'll say never, I guess, but we definitely don't mean to be. I guess we'll kind of keep that in mind.
Yeah, I think like where you're saying like we don't mean to be, it's usually because most of our videos like sort of have a purpose or goal or trying to show off what we're doing.
Mm-hmm. Not about us.
We do, yeah, and it's never about us. So that type of video is different. Mm-hmm. We do, always offer our opinion on what we've done or showed, but
that's not necessarily personal.
Yeah. But so yeah, it's kind of that's sort of our format, I guess.
Yeah.
But I mean, I would be probably open to doing some videos like that more often.
For sure.
I think it's kind of fun. But
all right, so we are down to 2.
Number 3.
So this question comes from Liz, and she said, what is your favorite part about Universal, and how did you first decide to visit? Kind of touched on this earlier, but...
Yeah. I would say my favorite part about Universal is the immersiveness of their different worlds or areas, zones, lands, whatever. They call them different things. But they do a pretty good job at making you feel like you're literally in Jurassic Park or Diagon Alley.
Somewhere else.
Or, wherever the setting is. So it's kind of fun to get lost in a way in that area, especially to like explore. And if you spend some time in just one set place, like you get food, go to some shops, get a drink or something, it really helps you feel like the place that you're in, especially if you are familiar with the movie or the show or book or whatever.
Like it's real.
Yeah. But like the second part of that, I just thought like Universal looked like more thrilling than going to Disney.
And my favorite part is probably just the more adult, I guess, theming. And again, yes, they do have plenty of kids-centered attractions, but you have the classic movies like Jaws, of course, the Blues Brothers, and like Back to the Future, and there's like some classic aspects to Universal that are just, they make you feel nostalgic in a way for us older folks, but that's probably my favorite part. And again, you were the deciding factor on visiting.
All right, the last one,
which I guess we could have done process of elimination here, but I can't remember which questions we've answered. Okay, so last question is question number 7. Okay, so last question is also from an anonymous viewer, and they wrote, first of all, I want to say thank you for making your videos. I miss North Carolina and always find comfort in watching videos from my home state. I wanted to ask you how you balance your personal lives with this job. I see a lot of influencers who say it's not easy to do all the time. So for this question, I would say that goes back to kind of what we touched on earlier with when we were talking about, I guess, like the more lifestyle type of videos. We don't have, I guess, a lot of time, and this is not our full-time job. Seth and I both have full-time work, that is aside from our channel. So this is in addition to that. And we commit time to our channel. We try to a little bit every day if that's not short-form content or, editing a video for the week. And sometimes if we're busier in our personal life, we may slip on a video that week.
Yeah.
Or, I think we have a good balance because we don't feel obligated to do any of this. Again, this is something that we chose to do and something that we actually enjoy. It's a great hobby. It gets us out of the house, and it allows us to be a little bit more creative, sit down and edit a video and sharpen those skills as well. I like to keep my hands busy.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. We just love doing it, and since it's not our job, there's no stress in making sure we always have the video out
at a certain time.
So it's a good balance.
Yeah.
We go to work Monday through Friday. Oftentimes the weekend is when we get to go actually out and do the video or explore, go to Carowinds, whatever it is.
So during spooky season, that's like every day of the week.
Yeah.
I guess we don't necessarily want it to evolve into work or feeling like work. I think that's where you lose some of the magic.
Yeah.
And the drive and the authentic want to do what we do, for this channel. So we want to keep it light and casual, and I think you guys are able to see that as well. If we feel light and carefree when we're filming a video and excited, or genuinely excited to be there, I think you guys would be able to tell if we felt like we were there for work or, the bottom line. All right, guys, so that is all the questions that we have for today. We want to thank you all so much for submitting your questions. If you want us to do another Q&A style video like we did today, please just let us know in the comments. We just happened upon this idea one random Saturday night, and you guys responded, and we definitely appreciate it. But maybe next time we can have a little bit more time to allow you guys to think and submit your questions, with a longer time span for that. But anyways, guys, we hope you enjoyed this video. Please be sure to like this video and comment. Let us know your questions for us for next time. And please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more universal and, hey, maybe personal lifestyle content coming soon. So until next time, we hope to see you on the next adventure. Bye.